Have you ever wanted a nuclear disaster with the convenience of it being directly in your backyard? Well, I know I have, and apparently I'm not the only one who wanted a personal Chernobyl. Introducing David Hahn, otherwise known as the radioactive Boy Scout. I know, it's such a cheerful name. Born on October 30th, 1976, he was living at the height of the atomic age. When he was young, he showed an interest in chemistry and bought the Golden Book of Chemistry Experiments, and he did almost every single one. But he was unsatisfied with the results, thinking that they were too small, so he decided to go big or go home. But in this case, he moved out into his mother's shed. His first chemical mishap was when he got the ratios of some chemicals wrong, and the beaker promptly exploded, sending glass into his eyes and flesh. Undeterred, he continued doing experiments until he was about 17, at which point he thought, hey, I have some experience with nuclear reactors. I have an atomic merit badge from the Boy Scouts. Wouldn't it be fun to make a nuclear reactor? He somehow managed to convince smoke detector and watch companies to give him hundreds upon hundreds of clocks and smoke detectors. Back in those days, there were minute amount of radioactive paint in watches that made them glow. And in smoke detectors, they were used for something I can't tell you what. With his incredible charisma, he managed to get hundreds and hundreds of them while paying nothing. He collected the radioactive material and he set off to build his reactor. And for some time it actually worked, until it didn't. He did not have proper cooling, so the reactor promptly melted, spreading radiation all over the shed and his house. As he was cleaning up the mess, a passing cop saw hundreds upon hundreds of smoke detectors, as well as pieces of radioactive debris being thrown out. He managed to talk his way out of it, but the cop still had his suspicions. The cop immediately notified the FBI and chemical cleanup organizations, and they were quickly on the scene. But not quick enough apparently, because as soon as his mom found out that the FBI were on their way, she immediately threw out hundreds upon hundreds of pounds of radioactive material, fearful that they would take away their house for a long time. This, of course, spread the radiation further, and the cherry on top was that the FBI did not have federal jurisdiction to clean the shed, so that stayed radioactive for way longer than the surrounding area. As far as the Wikipedia article says, they were not fined. David Hahn died at the age of 39 because of unknown causes, but if you ask me, he probably died of radiation poisoning. All in all, I think he got off pretty easy, and he got a sick catchy title. The fallout of his experiment, get it, was that the background radiation was 1,000 times more than normal, but today it probably got lowered because of rain spreading it and making it more even, and the cleanup crews doing their job. Anyways, thanks for whatever, bye.